morning, YouTube family. It is super early. It is Dayton's 13th birthday today.
To you, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dayton. Happy birthday to you. 13. I don't know if I'm okay with this two teenagers thing. Officially a teenager.
Came outside really early this morning to do all of the animal chores and everything before everyone wakes up. And today we need to return the tractor that we were able to borrow and rent from the gentleman down the road. So we want to make sure it's super clean. I don't want to spray it down with the hose because I don't want to get water into anywhere where there shouldn't be water because I don't know enough about tractors, but I am going to Windex all the windows. We're going to try to clean the buckets out as much as we can so it looks nice and clean when we take it back. We were so grateful to have this. It was such an asset. We would not have been able to do the barn without it. So that was just so absolutely incredible that they lent it to us. They don't know us at all. We just went and asked if we could borrow and rent it, and they were so kind, and we've made a new friend now. So it's actually worked out so beautifully. But the windows are kind of yucky from working with it, and I need to get them cleaned up today. Philip and my dad are taking off all of those support braces now that everything had time to cure. The sun is shining. I think they're going to use the tractor before we take it back right now and try to level out as much as they possibly can around the barn area so that when we're working on the groundwork, we'll have as flat a surface as possible. So you can see windows, they need some love, but we're going to give it the Windex touch. Our next big goal is going to be getting some kind of tractor for the property. I want my own tractor to have to Windex windows up. I have to do a second pass. Pretty grimy. While the boys are outside, I'm putting another coat on the pantry cabinets here. This color is called Backwoods by Benjamin Moore, and it dries a lot darker. You can see that this is just one coat because that minty green is kind of showing through. The color that I used the other day that you saw, or a couple weeks ago, was called Oilcloth. Beautiful color, but just not right. It's just not right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna paint all the fronts and backs of all the doors with the dark green, and then I wanna leave inside the cabinets white. I really like a fresh white cabinet inside. It just helps me keep everything nice and clean. I think it's gonna be gorgeous. I love it. And then what I'm gonna be doing is doing the wall by the wallpaper, by the sunflower wallpaper, because I think it's so dreamy with the fall wallpaper. So you can see I started my second coat all on this portion here. I still need to do more coats of white inside because I can just really see it needs another coat, which I'll use the high hide white for, but it's really pretty. I think it's gonna take me a couple of days to get all of the cabinets painted and wait for the dry times in between. But so far I'm loving the dark green. And I think it was pretty much a unanimous vote that everyone else loved the dark green as well. Philip's outside in his glory having a tractor to mess around with. He's filling it up with diesel. We got a couple jerry cans of diesel so that we can use it on property over the last couple of days. And then we're gonna fill up a couple to take over to Duncan, so that he's nice and topped up with a full tractor before we take it home. I'll show you what my dad was doing this morning. Okay, he's currently using a shovel, but he was using the tractor. And he's trying to level this out. There was quite a big dip over where you see we're in front of Hudson's stall, and he's trying to make it as level as possible with just a very small gradual slope so that all the water, if anything rains from that higher side of the property, will end up coming all down into here, where we have a lower ground, rather than staying up in any of the horse stalls or anything. He did such a good job. He spent the morning kind of leveling that out. Plus Hudson and Lennon always come through their gate over here, our little temporary gate, and they've really worn out the ground. Like right here, they've really worn out the ground just running down into here. So it's getting pretty low. And so we're accumulating some rainwater. And because it rained over the past couple days since my dad was here, it's given Phil and my dad a really good indication of like where water pools, where we don't want it to. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a little barn tour. So all of this rectangle straight in front of me here, that whole area is going to be an overhang for the barn. And these posts to the left here are all going to be exposed. There's going to be a great big peak that goes right up, and then it's going to peak all the way down again. And then this is the side here. Right here is the side of our grooming area. There'll be a great big opening on the front. I believe it's 12 feet by 12 feet approximately, if I remember from the plans. And that whole open space is going to be an open grooming spot where we'll have, you know, like water hose, all of our grooming gear, farrier stuff. And then beside it, these two center posts right here, this is the entrance to London's stall. They're 4 feet wide. So little sidewall, London's door, little sidewall, open grooming area. And then beside that, you see we have our tack room door and then just a little sidewall on either side. And then over here, we have Hudson's stall. So it's a little sidewall, Hudson's 4-foot door space, little sidewall, and then of course that's where the tack room was. So our stalls are 12 by 12, and they're obviously going to be nice tall ceilings. It's going to be amazing. And then this side, that's obviously the side there of Hudson's stall, and then this will be our opening here. So this is going to be so amazing. If we come from the pasture here or we walk them out of their stalls, we'll be able to come out into here and then head this way, which leads to where our gate will be. We walk this way through to go with Hudson and London for our little trail walk. That will be a gate. Right now we have it closed off, so obviously they don't leave their pasture area. So it'll be all this walkway underneath here out to their pasture on the other side. So when you come out of our stalls, we'll have so much room to walk out here, and in front of London's stall there's a great big wide space, or we can just head straight down the row here all the way out to go head over there to play. So that, all of our main posts are there. Now I think now that all the bracing is out, you can see like what it looks like. All of our posts on the top here will have to all be perfectly cut to size for what pitch our roof and everything's going to be. My dad and Phil are going to be working on that over the next couple of days. But look at it. YouTube family, how is this real life that we're doing this project finally? So I've been coming in where this gate will be. I'm literally going to be walking straight into where the tack room is there to be able to get everything that we need to get tacked up when we do get to ride Hudson and London when they're older. And then Hudson will be on the left, London will be on the right. Nothing but blue skies for working outside today. Isn't our property just gorgeous, YouTube family? I can't even sometimes.
Hey, I heard you want to leave this place where we grew up. This old town, just put it all behind. Remember you and I would always find somewhere to hide when we were kids, so we could see and hear the water run. The river's gonna cry when you're gone. River's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. River's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. River's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. River's gonna cry when you're. River's gonna cry when you're. River's gonna cry when you're gone.
Hudson has been watching everything we've been doing over the past couple of days. He's barely left this gate. He knows that something's going on. I don't know if he knows what's going on. What are we doing, Hudson? Say hi. Say, YouTube family, we're getting a barn. We're getting a big boy barn. It was a little bit rainy earlier, so we left our halters on. So I wasn't sure how long they were going to stay out today, but I guess I could take them off now. Hi, London. So YouTube family, look at our barn stables for Hudson and London. Right now, we're just starting to work on some of the framing, sandwich boards in between all the posts. I'm carrying over all the 2x4s we're gonna need. And because we got all of our mill wood done by a local gentleman, all of our wood is dimensionally different than if you get it at the hardware store. So our 2x4s are actually 2 inches by 4 inches, which makes for not only heavier lumber, but also structurally a lot more better for us to be able to build with, which is a lot of fun. And the wood is actually really nice. He did such a good job. We don't have any that have like curves and bends. Everything's like really straight. He did such a good job.
I'm gonna let the sun shine in today. I'm trying to make this darkness go away. I'll paint with colors and I'll sing until my lungs give out. I'm gonna let the sun shine in today. And I will leave my windows open so that I can hear the sound of people talking and the wind blowing in the trees. Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade. Feels like things are gonna go my way. I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day. I'm gonna let the past be filled with smoke. And I will try to fix what has been broken. And take this weight off my shoulders, 'cause I know yesterday ain't coming back. I'm gonna let the past stay in the cold.